About Ombachi, ex-Kenya rugby sevens star and Olympian Dennis Ombachi on Monday, the 11th of July, sent social media into a frenzy. Okay, so this is when he had released a video. He was tossing his one-year-old son into a swimming pool, and in the video, he embraced his son, gave him a little, kiss, embracing him before throwing him into the pool while he was fully clothed. There is a video as the toddler's mother was watching. People were mad, okay? Yo. As the baby daddy, yeah, the mom is watching. All right, so let's talk about, let me start off with Baba Ryan. What? How would you have reacted? Do you feel like people are making a big deal out of nothing?
Yeah.
Tell me.
I personally feel like this was making a big deal out of nothing, but also it's just because I've had a previous experience of this kind of a thing where I know that children are trained to, basic survival skills,
right,
in case they get into situations, like fall into a swimming pool. Anything can happen, you never know. And a lot of us, especially in Kenya, we do not have even the basic survival skills. We don't teach our kids how to survive when there is, smoke in the room, when there is fire in the house.
When they get lost.
When they get lost.
Yeah.
How to trace their way back home or what to do in that case.
Yeah.
Hata basic things like ambia mtoto namba yako akuwe akishika kwa kichwa. Daddy anaitwa nani? Mimi sijui anaitwa daddy. You have to teach your kids some of the basic survival skills. So just in case something happens, they have a way to, survive and trace their way back home.
Yeah.
Also, this is what, even before, I've seen a video of kids even younger than the 1-year-old that Ombachi was tossing into the swimming pool being thrown in the same way. And I later learned that Kumbe kids have a natural instinct for swimming.
Yeah,
they later just know how to get themselves back up. And that's what the kid did. And Ombachi, I think he knew this. That's why he was not even at TO, a costume just in case something happens, Nah, the kid did well.
Yeah, I think that the kid did great.
Yeah.
And if you ever if you ever had a trainer or a swimming teacher, right, you know that they just push you in the deep end. You know they do. And it's the only way that you learn, they say. Yeah. But I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I mean, he knew that, he's going to float. Cindy, do you agree with Quach, or you're like, not my child, sir, not my baby?
My mother instincts just kicked up, especially the whimper that the child gave after, which is a natural reaction probably to the cold of the water.
Yeah.
I guess this is a perfect example of when dad is with the kids and when mom is with the kids.
Yes.
Because of course the mom was there really cool. You could see her in the background and she knew what was going to happen. She knew her child was going to be safe. That's the most important thing. But me, I was already feeling for the child. It's like it's my family. Apparently, it's a technique, like Quach is saying. While the kids have been in the stomach, in the womb for 9 months, they've swum around, they're constantly surrounded with water. Yeah. And that adaptive instinct fades with years. So you're actually advised to introduce your kids to swimming as young as possible. And it's a technique in which the child is taught to instinctively turn so that in the unlikely event that they fall into a pool of water, including something like a pail of water, the child knows how to survive. Yeah. If we look at it on the flip side, for those who are like, no, why did he toss the boy with one leg? Why did he rusha him like he was a sack of potatoes? You'll be very shocked how many infant deaths are there because the child drowned while bathing. The child was in a bath of water. The nanny or the mom went to get a towel. The child turned and did not know that they can turn and face up. So what he's doing is actually great for scared parents like me to get us out of our comfort zone and tell us, listen, you need to teach your kids life skills. However, I would not toss my child in the pool.
Not like that, though. Not like that.
Not like that. Not with one leg.
Yeah.
This guy is a rugby player, former rugby player. The roughest game you can ever get. This is how it goes.
He feeds his son chili. If you watch his
Yes,
little
roaming
Instagram
chef.
roaming chef.
Yeah.
Sometimes he puts a bit of spice in his food and he feeds his son, and the kid is fine. So I guess it's just for us to be thinned.
To be honest,
condense when I ate
you know, because we eat a lot of spice where I'm from,
Yeah.
and you have to zoesha them na mapema, and then you give them water. You're like, okay, cooler.
Amina, your son takes spice?
He does. I mean, if you're
Nakula
my
malenge na
son,
pilipili.
and I love, no, I love a lot of chili. I love, you know, a lot of chili. I just enjoy chili in my food. So lazima uzoe ndo nisianze kupika chakula mbili, nataka uanze kukula tu kama mimi. By the time you're like a teenager, we are on the same, you know, we understand. But I did that to my son too when I taught him how to swim, and he's now, you know, really, really good at swimming. But Mato, let me ask you, a dad of 2 sons, okay?
Baba Marcus.
Would you would you do the same? Did you see any issue with what he did?
I think what people are complaining about really is the lack of compassion in the way he handled it. I think
there.
that is all.
Yeah.
Whether he threw with one hand, one leg, one whatever, it felt very detached. It felt like usi mtoto wako. It felt like
He kissed the boy before.
I know. How many rats have kissed you while biting your lip as to eat?
Wanapuliza hivi.
Inapuliza ikiuma. It just felt very detached. It felt very incompassionate. The action of throwing
Of
the
him
child
throwing.
into the water.
Okay.
Not the fact that he was being thrown into the water. Just that throwing felt
So, Mato,
very
sasa,
incompassionate.
You want to tell me that we care about his child more than he does?
No, I'm just saying what it
Saying how
felt
it
like.
looks.
As a
Would you
father,
do it?
as a father,
Would
I
you
would
do
not.
it, Mato?
I would not throw my child into the water in the way he did it.
Yeah.
Probably I do not have the strength to throw my child that way. And probably that's what I'm talking about. And yeah, and skills zake tu alikuwa kiflex hapo hivyo, za scrum nini just.
So you'd have done it
Singeifanya
politely. You would have at least been there like, kuja baba, buju.
No, inamwambia hii ni ile time. Sawa? Twende. Boof. Skuma. Sawa.
But-
It will feel like we are
But
playing.
with one leg, I know, right? Propeller
just
style.
felt.
Something
just
also
felt.
tells me that for him to have recorded this take, he must have done it a few
Previously.
times
Asa
before.
unaoverthink.
I
Hapo
don't
kwa-
think so.
Personally, Mimi, I
He
think
doesn't look like the kind of guy who does take one, take two.
It doesn't.
Ni
He was
imeenda,
like-
imeenda.
I have
So-
faith that my child will do it.
I have a question, yeah. Have you guys ever been pushed into the pool?
Yes.
You have,
Yes. I
right?
hated it and that's-
Unexpectedly.
Yes.
Yes.
And then, did it ever happen in July weather?
Oh.
But can you imagine the baby being so wait, like you just
You
you,
see,
kissed
heritage-
me right now.
heritage
I
July
thought I
weather.
was safe, and now I am freezing.
I think when this baby grows up, it will be an Isaac and the father kind of a situation.
Yeah.
Did you have to do it?
Did you, Dad? Did you?
Abraham
I'm
and Isaac.
traumatized.
Abraham
okay.
and